Welcome to episode 50 of the Current Backloggers. The date is January 21st. I'm your host, KCP, along with my good friend and co-host, Cody G. Cody, how's it going?
Good. Not bad.
We're halfway to 100, buddy.
We are. It's weird.
Very weird.
I've been here for every episode in person.
Including last week's.
Yeah.
It was, what do you think about when we were talking about EA last week?
Whoa. Fuck it.
But like in particular.
EA, man. It stands for Electronic Arts.
What do you think about Indiana Jones?
That's crazy. Wow, yeah, it's like Harrison Ford, after Star Wars, George Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The whip, hat. I'm serious, dude. Don't laugh, dude.
I don't like you at all. What have you been up to, buddy?
I fixed my garage door yesterday. It's been a battle with sensors and running the wiring, new wiring for the garage door. Such dumb shit you learn when you own a home. The home inspector was like, when we first bought the house, I was like, bro, I don't know anything about homes. And he kind of laughed, and he's like, oh, you will. I was thinking in my mind, no, I won't. Fuck you, dude. I'm not learning this shit. Yeah, I spent like 5-6 hours on a garage door. And then I've been learning how to put up a privacy fence and putting up a section of a privacy fence. And work.
Yeah.
And watching YouTube and eBay.
How's the eBaying going?
It's okay. That'll be a little bit busier, but seems like everybody's having a slow month on eBay. It's not too bad. I also bought a new drill today because I have to drill into concrete, so I had to buy a drill for concrete. You don't have to. You could use regular drills, but man, I did not like using regular drills on concrete. It takes forever.
What's the most money you've made on a single sale on eBay for you, I mean?
Shit, I don't know, man. I sold a Zippo beginning of this month for good money. I don't know. I'd have to look and see.
Okay.
Damn, I don't know. That's a good question. There's a game I have up right now that no one's buying, but it's like a Brazilian Genesis, I think, homebrew game. It's like I paid $12 for it at a pawn shop, and I have it up right now for over 100. Probably sell for about 90.
Is that Rio the movie, the game?
Yes. Yep.
I figured.
Starring Jack Black. Yep. Well, the Zippo lighter was good. I bought that for like $12, and what did that end up selling for? Like 70 or something.
Okay.
70 or 80. I've had some glassware that sells for a lot, but by the time you ship that stuff, because you have to be so safe with glassware, by the time you ship it, you don't make much money because the shipping's so fucking expensive. Because you can't trust the post. The post office is probably the safest route on priority mail to send glassware. Don't ever send it FedEx. I learned that. I had this very strong Tupperware glass. Like, it was, I could have smacked somebody in the fucking head with it and killed him. It was real baking glass. It was real strong. Somehow those guys figured out a way to break it, and it was double boxed and bubble wrap. That or the lady scammed me. I don't know. She might have had some people get real paranoid about that stuff. Like they already had one that was broken and just bought mine.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, I don't know what to tell you. I think you're a little too paranoid. But yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to find my photo again. Okay.
What photo?
Of my pickups.
Oh, I gotcha. I haven't been up to much at all this week. I've been working more overtime again. They're still offering double overtime, so it's hard to pass on that. I think soon I'll need to start balancing out.
Was it like $30 an hour?
Yeah, more than that.
Jesus, that's nice.
Yeah,
you definitely want to take that.
Yeah, I've been doing a shitload, so I think I need to soon find a balance, because that's why I haven't been able to play games a whole lot. And even when we play games, I'm like, I want to stay on, but I know I should get off because I've been working like crazy hours. So it's nice, but you also got to balance that out. So I'm working for a reason, to be able to do shit and not just make money doing nothing. So we'll see how that goes. I say that now, but every time I send out a text about double overtime, I'm like, ooh, that was tempting. And then I take it, and then during the week, people ask to do stuff, or we play games, and we can stay on longer. Oh no, I can't, and I usually do, but I know I shouldn't. Then besides that, me and a group of our friends ordered MrBeast Burgers, and which is, I didn't read too much about it, but I guess it's a YouTuber that started a temporary. Well, they say it's temporary. I'm not sure if that's right or not. Food service that operates outside of, or that operates inside of other restaurants. So you can't pick it up. There's no like physical location you can go to. You can only get it delivered using their app, which just totally runs through DoorDash. It said you can use their app to order through their service or use DoorDash, and I ordered through their app, and it's still, the receipt comes from DoorDash. DoorDash delivers it. So that's kind of fucked up, especially DoorDash all their stupid ass fees and making everything more expensive.
What made you do this?
I saw it and I thought the idea looked cool, and I love trying different food and weird things like that. And then I saw our friend Pete was really excited about it, and he's the one that had the idea of actually like getting people over. And I was like, oh shit, I was actually looking to do that. But then I saw it was in Dublin, which is like a half hour from here. I was like, that's not going to be doable because you're not allowed to eat in, like I said. And then when I got the app, there's like 6 of them around us. They're operating
nice,
all over the place. Like the closest one is at Easton. They operate out of Brio, which is a popular, more upscale restaurant. So I don't know what the fuck this business is, and I think it's really weird. And I say I don't know if it's actually temporary, because if you look at the app, it says it's temporary permanently, or permanent, whatever the hell that means. And they built a complete app for it, and it just seems too permanent just to be a pop-up shop kind of thing. But unless they improve things, it should just be very temporary, because it was fucking terrible. Our total, there was 4 of us that ordered food. Our total for us 4, including the tip and delivery fee, I'll at least say, but was $73 for us 4, and nothing was good. I know I'm a picky eater, but nobody liked what they got, and a couple of our friends are the complete opposite of picky eaters, and nobody liked it. The best reaction we got was 2 people said the burgers were okay, but they said that it was not even as good as Steak and Shake's burgers, and you can get those for like $3. And it was just not good. What I got was a chicken tender sandwich, because they don't sell chicken tenders, even though they have a chicken tender sandwich. It's literally just tenders on a bun with a ton of other nasty shit. And then they have very specific things about special ordering. So I put a bun and chicken tenders, nothing else, please. And I got a sandwich filled with all kinds of shit. So somebody else can have this. I'm not eating this. And then I got their seasoned fries, which this stuff was at least good portion. The fries were like that big, a bag of seasoned fries, but they were the most seasoned fries I've ever had. I could only eat like a small handful. A lot of people are eating them, only took like a couple bites, and I can't eat any more of this shit. So I actually ate more than most people, and it wasn't very good. Nothing tasted that fresh, and we lived like 5 minutes from that location, and it all tasted old and gross and very overpriced.
Damn.
The fries, even only eating that small amount, made my stomach hurt the rest of the night. And I got a giant chocolate chip cookie, and even that tasted off and not good. And the other people who tried it said they didn't taste off to them, but they said it. They said, how do you mess up a chocolate chip cookie? So this wasn't just me being a picky eater.
Yeah.
And, we spent $73 for it.
Yeah, I'd never heard of this person until like December whenever this started.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll try it, and then Renee's like, I don't understand this. We're not doing this. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. It was more like, what is this? And like, I don't know. It's this YouTuber, I guess. You watched any of his videos since then?
No, I don't even. I knew he was a YouTuber, and that's as much as I got.
Very ADHD.
Oh yeah.
Quick edits, like, what's up, everybody? Here we
yeah.
go. This guy's getting 10K, and they bounce over the next side. And, what's up, guys? Basically, we're making a burger. Dab, and it's just
Are you
like
exaggerating, or is that real? Did they dab with that?
I don't know. Meat Canyon made a parody of it and of them dabbing a bunch. So I was like, that's fucking funny. So
I regret spending my money even more now.
they're pretty swaggy. Yeah, I don't very like quick. Like I'm trying to think who edits like that.
I know what you're talking about.
Dobrik, Brandon or Dobrik, that guy. He edits like that.
Not sure.
Oh my god, our life's amazing. We're so funny. It's not scripted at all. Dab on him. That sucks. Do you think it might be different if you go to a different location? Because I feel like some locations are like, fuck you, dude. You're not a restaurant, so we're going to make all this shit in the morning and put it under heat lamps.
That's possible. Derek is one of the people that came over with us, and he said he wanted to order it. But he said he watched a ton of YouTubers trying it, and they all said almost the exact reactions we did. Is this really it? And they like lift it up and look at it, and I guess I'll try it. And they just all had like the same exact reactions we did, he said.
Wow.
So, and obviously, if he's looking at YouTube, he's probably looking at people all around the country, and they all had that reaction. Doesn't seem like it's the location.
Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah.
I'd still be down to try it.
Yeah. I would say not to, but if that was me, I'd be in the same boat. Well, I want to try it for myself, so I can't blame you. The only thing I can say is I think you'll regret it, but I don't blame you for trying.
Yeah.
I would pay attention to what you're ordering, though, because like I said, it adds up fast. 4 people for $73 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
It's fucking bonkers.
Sometimes I wonder how Steak and Shake survive. So with those prices, it's insane.
Yeah. And give me free fries whenever you come through.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Do you know you don't even have to make a purchase? It literally says that. Usually it's like, hey, make sure you have to purchase something, but it says on there, no purchase necessary. I can't imagine how many fucking drunken high people just go through there ordering free fries.
Yeah. God, man.
I know you post a lot of shit on Facebook.
No, I don't.
We talked about multiple times on here about how weird it is, and I gotta be honest, a lot of times I don't even get it, or if I do, I'm like, well, that was fucking weird, but I don't judge you, so I'm just like, I don't care. But I will tell you, you probably don't remember posting it because you post so much of this shit. But there was one video that I watched of yours that I've watched probably 30 times now.
Oh,
and I
okay.
just keep laughing. And it was the video of the snake eating the fish. Do you remember that video?
yeah, that's a good one. Doink. I gotta save him. That's a good one.
Yeah, the whole premise of it, it's like an 8-second video, so it's funny, same premise, but is a snake is eating a fish, which is already a fucking weird concept. I don't know how that happened. Was it?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it didn't look like a water snake.
I think those two guys were fishing probably, right? You'd expect?
Yeah, probably. Maybe just like flopped off the land.
Do you do this too? I watched the 8-second video and I have this, I know what they look like, I know what they're doing. All that stuff.
I don't know if I normally do, but this one I definitely did because the dude that said I could save it totally sounded like Derek. I don't know if you noticed that. So then I just pictured us being idiots and arguing if you could save a fish from getting eaten.
They really didn't save it either because it just fell. It's still on the ground.
It did scare the shit out of Snake though.
Yeah.
Dum, and then you just scramble away. But yeah, I'm sure as soon as they left, all right, well I'm going back for that fish and finishing him off.
Yeah, maybe you could find it, share it to our Facebook page so people can go watch it if they want.
Yeah, I want to start sharing more shit in general. So
don't.
Yeah.
God, that's such a noise. I think it could save it. It just cuts right there. What the fuck happened? It's just so the comedic timing and everything's so good. I'm glad you appreciate something on there.
Yeah.
I always get weirded out when I accept friend requests from family or like people I know professionally. Like I refuse to accept anyone besides Garrett from my current job. I'm like, they won't. I'm so quiet and by myself at this job. Don't really talk to anybody.
Yeah.
That they'd probably be like, what the fuck is wrong with this kid? So that's why I won't accept anybody.
No, that's fair. I hear you.
I wish I could see how many people have unfollowed me because it's got to be an insane amount. I wish it just a number. I don't even know who it is, just a number.
Yeah.
Because it's got to be a lot.
You have anything else random you want to talk about before we get into the normal show here?
No.
No. Okay.
Nope.
Do you have anything from not last week? Well, you were here last week. Do you have anything from weeks before that you forgot you want to talk about?
Nope.
No, not even last week?
No, not last week. I was real attentive last week. Really on it.
We can just keep this joke going. I don't have anything either, actually, for the first time, because I always forget shit. So that can take us to corrections, question, and feedback. I didn't read Ryan's email last week, if you want to read that.
Okay, let me pull it up.
Okay, while you do that, I can read. Danielle left a comment quite a while ago on YouTube, and I forgot to read it for you, because I know a lot of times you don't see them on there.
That's fucked up.
But this was talking about, you asked about the peanut butter jar, about opening the fresh peanut butter, and if there was like a special moment for it or whatever. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So she said, there was no waiting to open the jar. That's why it was so exciting. I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters, and we always had friends and family over. So getting to open the peanut butter was surprising and just the best. LOL.
There is something nice about opening that up and you see this like little desert of peanut butter and you just ruin it by putting the knife in there. I get the same feeling from Nutella.
Oh, I get the same feeling. Ruin it, just drop it in a trash can.
But everything, you don't get that way with mayonnaise or something. Like it's just
same with Nutella.
Mustard. Like imagine if you got that same vibe from mustard.
You're saying all these things I want to throw out.
I just think because peanut butter looks so messed up all the time. There's like little pieces of bread in there, little pieces of jelly.
And it smells good, unlike all the other things you're talking about.
It does smell good. But then when you get this virgin territory of peanut butter.
I don't like that.
Peanut butter is good, man.
Oh, it is.
You ever take just butter, put just butter on bread? This is probably why I'm fat as fuck. But I used to take butter as a kid. Just your fucking terrible margarine spread. And I can't believe it's not butter. Vegetable oil. And put it on your bread. And then put peanut butter on there. So instead it's PB&J, just terrible vegetable oil butter with peanut butter.
No, I'd only do peanut butter, or we would make our own cinnamon bread all the time.
Cinnamon bread, yeah.
Like you talked about the bread, the butter, and then a ton of cinnamon sugar.
Yep, we did that too.
Yeah, fucking great.
Yep.
Haven't had that in a while, and now I'm craving it now I just said it.
We also used to take marshmallow fluff.
I never really. No.
That's another good one to open up, Danielle. That's destroying virgin territory. Just
maybe I should start a YouTube channel about this. Just opening up products, reviewing what they look like when they're open.
Yeah, marshmallow fluff's a good one. Cool Whip's also another good one. But yeah.
Okay. You want to get into Ryan's nonsense here?
Yep. This is from January 11th, right?
Yeah.
Weekly feedbacking of feedback. Hello yet again, my fans. I do not yet make many thanks and appreciate to. It makes my heart big happy to hear feedbacking read. Happy New Year to both of the Backloggers.
Thank you.
May 2021 be even more year than 2020? Question mark? If not, if not, okay. Smiley face. For the responding my feedbacking, I did enjoy yet again the reads out loud. However, Cody, you know read poem very right. You make say a lot of bad wordings. Maybe do once reading before you read. Oh, maybe I should do that. Does he got a new
think
poem?
That would make it worse. 'Cause I think you'd try and memorize it and then read it again. Oh shit.
The structuring is important. Clues for how to make read and pauses and etc. You know, I hated poetry in school because the kids that took way too much interest in that were usually the weirdos, or this is actually a sonnet or something like that. You would say douchey, and they'll have these stupid rules like, oh, this one sentence had a comma in it, so it makes it this. I think it's douchey, and it was an easy way for you to pretend like you're smarter than everybody else in class. Not saying that was you, Ryan, or anybody listening to this. But it is. No, it's not. You do that with a lot of other things, too. Oh! Just kidding, buddy.
But he's not.
Anywho, thank for good interpreting of poem. It make me happy. that you think about it. Oh, I really think about it, bud. Fucking really process this. It was not in my mind when doing the writes, but it is good thinking. Also, it make me suggestion. How did this segment start, by the way? Did he just send one of these?
I actually don't remember. Ryan, fill us in on the next email.
Can you actually fill us in and not mix it in with this shit?
Yeah, you can start with a well-worded thing and then go on to your nonsense.
Also, I making suggestions. If you put the poem wordings up on the visual, it may help make more clear for viewing listeners of the backlog.
Oh, God.
On to new feedbacking, the sound of voices much better again. Very loud, very clear. Make me happy. I do talkings at beginning. Stories make me much laugh. Keep up the funnies. On to the sad feedbacking. Sad face. Again, you know have backing. You have backing one time and make good look like I say many times. You still know backing.
It's like a dude from South Park.
If you put backing up, make me big happy. I hear from many people saying yes to backing and still no backing. Please do make backing. A poem to leave once again. They make sense every now and then. Okay, so I should read this appropriately. I guess I'm not reading this correctly. So, a poem to leave once again. They make sense every now and then. Casey and Cody talking in the basement. Renee and Danielle listening on the floor.
Oh.
Still no backing that Ryan takes as a defacement. Hoping and praying that they do not get the bore. Enjoying the words as they come out, hanging on to every word. The two begin to scream and shout about nothing and everything, and they see on their own accord. Many thanks to my fans. Just wait for my new big plans.
Oh.
R. That's the message.
Is that him signing off like Ryan?
R. Yep.
That's pretty fucking cool. I don't like how it sounded like it could have been a porno and then could have sounded like the most boring thing of all time.
Oh yeah, listening on the floor.
And they threw a passive aggressiveness still about the back in there. Which I'm trying to figure out right now, Ryan. So maybe we'll have it back in soon. We have some grand plans.
R.
I feel like there's something else in there that I can't remember. Do you have any feedback on this feedbacking?
No.
No? Okay. I probably should have started with, led with a correction here about episode 49 going up late. It would go up right before this one. So if you're watching this, you can go back and watch or listen to episode 49 because I totally thought it was uploaded. So I don't know how I did that, which would have made sense to lead into Ryan's email there, but I still wanted to address it. And then I read James' email last week, but we'll read it here. And he didn't send a new one this week, probably because the episode never got posted like I thought it did. So I'll read it here and you can answer for yourself. He said, "How's it going, guys?"
Good.
There we go. This week's question I thought of while looking at my backlog list. Oh, he said backlog.
We should do like a freak out when we say it on the podcast, like a little saying.
Like we should do it ourselves or have a sound bit.
Like
because we have like the grunts celebrating like they do when you get a headshot.
Yeah, you can do
backlog.
that.
But he said,
that's exactly what they sound like.
Looking at my backlog list, and I noticed most of the games are RPGs. So the question is, what types of games do you play the most? Signed, Sasquatch. Come from James Beecham. Cody?
On my, I mainly play shooters.
Mm-hmm.
I think because they're just easier to digest, and I've always liked shooters. But if we're talking backlog, man, it's probably mostly RPGs for me too. Just because I look at my backlog, I'm like, well, I have like 7 hours. Let me bust through this little short shooter campaign.
Okay.
But yeah, I mainly play shooters, and this usually has the best multiplayer too.
Yeah.
So when I'm playing with friends.
I got you. If you have any corrections, questions...
You want an Altoid?
Oh, I'm good. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
If you have any corrections, question, or feedback, you can send to currentbackloggers@gmail.com. And then I don't have any news this week. You said you didn't have any either, right?
Nope.
I know I was joking about at the beginning, but did you want to talk about all the craziness from last week about EA and Star Wars and
Oh yeah,
Lucasfilms. Do you have any?
the Ubisoft thing.
Yeah, well, not just Ubisoft, them, Bethesda doing Indiana Jones, and then
It's exciting. It's how it should be. I don't think EA should have total control over that shit. It's kind of weird in the first place that happened, right? You think so?
it is, and I think I talked about on last week's episode that will air right before this one, which is weird to say, but it is weird. I think EA's gotten way too much hate as they always have, like getting voted the worst company in America like 5 years in a row, and we know how many horrendous companies there is. I think it's just cool to hate on EA. So I agree to a point. I think it is weird they had control over it, but obviously they paid for it, so it makes sense if you think about it. But it does seem odd that they were the only ones making it. But I also think there is too much hate on them. I feel like there was a lot of interesting games when LucasArts was making games. So I feel like it's easy for people to see like the glory days, and people just talk about how EA has done nothing with it. But then I feel like kind of like the whole EA effect in general. People are like, oh, I hate EA. And, oh, but you play Madden. Yeah, but it sucks every year. No, okay, so you buy it every year? No. Oh, yeah. And then I love Battlefront. I play Battlefront all the time. And I play Battlefield. Do you realize how many EA games you play? I feel like the same thing happened with Star Wars, that I feel like people really enjoy these games, but then say how EA has done nothing with it. Like even the Battlefront games, I know they had their issues to begin with, but they're still extremely popular even now after being out for years and years.
Yeah, I like them.
Yeah,
I like their Star Wars games. I'm trying to think now what Star Wars thing I didn't like of theirs.
Yeah, that's what makes it confusing. I think it's just kind of a narrative thing that has happened. I do think there's valid criticisms. I think it's weird that we've got such few Star Wars games, and that, like you said, it's all up to one developer or publisher. But I think people are also overlooking the fact that all of their games have reviewed extremely well and have sold amazingly. So I'm not really sure what more you want besides more Star Wars. And even then, I feel like that becomes kind of contradiction and kind of weird, because everybody complains about how there's too many Star Wars movies, but then, oh, we need more Star Wars games. And then they announce all these Star Wars games. They're like, oh, yes, give us all the Star Wars games. So these are the same people that say that there's too many movies and they need to slow down, and they want endless Star Wars games.
But you said Bethesda's making an Indiana Jones game?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, Bethesda's making it. Machine Games is the developer, so Wolfenstein.
Xbox exclusive?
I don't think so. That's what other people are thinking. Even a lot of people that say they're not going to be exclusive games like Fallout and Elder Scrolls, a lot of people are thinking Indiana Jones will be in particular, which would make sense, and I would totally be okay with. Like I said, I'm not saying that because I want that to be the case. I think it's weird how exclusive is looked at as such of a terrible thing now, and kind of an offensive thing to have. But I think exclusives are really cool and a point to buy a system.
Yeah.
So I would totally be okay if they did. I just don't think it's going to happen. But yeah, that's my thoughts. I went on and on last week. That's why I wanted you to be able to say anything you wanted to about all the craziness, because I feel like that was some of the biggest news in a while.
Yeah, and continue to let EA make stuff.
Yeah, that's the last thing that came out. EA said that they love Star Wars and they're going to continue making it, which also should not be surprising, because we talked about games that have reviewed really, really well and sold even better. So, and they're one of the biggest publishers and developers in the world, so it'd be weird that if they were singled out to not be able to do it.
Yeah.
But that's all I had, so nothing else for you for news?
Nope.
And then I will take us to media pickups. I know you had some that you want to talk about that.
And just more family video stuff.
Yeah.
I went to another family video. I think I might have talked about that. I talked about that with the car that crashed into it. Well, if not, 1-2 Switch, Greedfall, Attack on Titan, and Medieval from that location. Excited to find Medieval, man. I want to play that.
Yeah, something I still need to play too.
Pixels on Blu-ray. Kirby Star. This is another location. Pixels on Blu-ray, Kirby Star Allies, Luigi Mansion 3, Splatoon 2, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, which actually turned out to be Mario Kart.
That's right.
And then I bought a Mario Kart case off of eBay for like $6 and had that shipped to me. Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, Last of Us Part 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have the first one?
Yep.
I do.
Alone in the Dark on the Wii. And a movie called Upstream Color. And then for Christmas, Peter gave me Joker on 4K, Moonwalkers on Blu-ray, and then at a Goodwill, I found a better copy. Well, Peter found me a better copy of I have a copy of Monster Blood, but it's wrecked, but I found a better version.
Oops.
And then on eBay, a new eBayer, like he's brand new. His first item he ever sold was to me. Listed a game way too cheap. I didn't know at the time. This is his first time eBaying. But the game's Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Oh, yeah.
Which got canceled, right? Removed?
Yeah, not canceled. It's removed.
Yeah.
Licensing issues.
Yeah, so it's out of print. Which I think most games are probably out of print. They're not endlessly printing these things. But, so I don't know what price charting has it at.
I think the difference with that is it got pulled off the digital stores as well, unless it ever got put back on.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So that's a big difference there, because a lot of times, yeah, the physical will be insane, but then you can still buy it if you really want to just play the game.
Let's see what price charting has the third one at. On Xbox One, right? Ultimate, yeah, it's like a $40 game. 35 on there. Probably by the time I'm through eBay. See what eBay has it listed as. Disc only copies going for like $30. That's probably like a $40 game. I'm seeing it if you want to buy it without shopping around, probably like $45. He posted it for $20 and was like, "Hey, this thing's in perfect condition. I only played it twice and just selling it." So I figured, hey, for $20, I'll go ahead and grab it. What I received is not even a little bit what he described. It's in pretty rough shape.
Oh, right.
And it's probably one of the worst Xbox One looking games I've ever seen. Let me go through here and see if I find his message. Let me see. It's gonna take me a second to find it. Yeah, I don't even know how you do this. Like Blu-ray discs, right? That's what Xbox One disc is.
Yeah.
Like, pretty bulletproof. Like you had to go out of your way to do some of this. Jeez, man, I can't find it. Sent too many messages because some shit got lost in the mail. Jeez, man. It was not a good response, though. Is this it? Here it is. I said, "Hello, I just received the game. The disc is far from..." Oh, that's what he called it. Perfect. Near perfect. It's in really bad shape. I sent him all the scratches. You know how hard it is to get scratches in the camera?
Scratch.
Yeah, you scratched my CD.
Yeah.
But he said, "Sorry, I thought it looked better when I took the photos. It should still work fine, though. Sorry for the mislead." And that threw me off first. The reason I'm reading this right now, it's like, okay, you're new eBayer. I don't give a shit. The game worked fine, so I don't care. Resurface it. But the way he sent messages reminded me of Ryan. Sorry for the mislead. And I was like, holy shit, this is Ryan fucking with me right now? What's happening here? But yeah, so the game worked fine.
Gotcha.
I guess Xbox is actually pretty good about scratches because it will actually just... Discs are kind of like codes. If you're playing online, discs are kind of just like access to the digital game. Kind of fucked up, but...
No, that's exactly what they are, though, and that's why when people complain about everything needing to be installed, which I get that it's frustrating some points, I feel the same way. But I think it's one of those things that it's easy to complain about till you go back to your old systems and see how different it is and hear it running like a jet engine and being so cautious that if you bump into it, your disc is ruined. Yeah, these things are almost silent for things that are massive and running way better technology, and you could fucking move them all around because the disc isn't even spinning. All it's doing is just reading it, which is why it's installing it, because it's not spinning the disc constantly, which also is not making the system work nearly as hard, and your disk drive's not going to fall apart in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
So kind of a give and take, but I think I'd rather have that over the alternative.
Yeah, and I got the game so cheap. Like that's what less than 50% of what it's going for.
Obviously, I think the perfect solution would be able to have that as an option anytime you put in a disc. Be like, hey, if you don't want to waste your time, not waste your time, but if you don't want to spend all that time installing it, then you could just go straight into the game, but have like a warning message that the disc is getting more compromised or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's ever going to happen, and I don't know if that's even actually possible in these systems to give that option. I'm sure it's built into the systems themselves to be able to run one way or the other.
From what I read online too, if you like are not hooked up to the internet, it can still pull from the disc. You just don't get any updates.
Yeah.
It's just funny to me because that means like the early copies of Cyberpunk, you could get that super broken version.
Yeah. Sorry to anybody that's listening, by the way. I always forget that people are listening. I totally smacked into the mic a second ago. I'm sure that just sounds terrible without seeing the visual of that.
Then on Blu-ray, this is at the closest family video. I went there one more time. Was Goosebumps 2 on Blu-ray. Troll Hunters season 1. It's a Netflix exclusive. I love that. That show is so great. So I'm all about having physical of that. A movie I didn't know exists with Chance the Rapper called Slice. Comedy horror. He's like a pizza guy.
I feel like I maybe did see something about that. I definitely haven't watched it, but I feel like that sounds familiar now.
Yeah, they never made a Blu-ray version of it, and it looks like the DVDs had a low print rate, but it's available on almost all streaming services. Right. It's weird. Goosebumps Chillology, Goosebumps Scary House, Goosebumps The Blob That Ate Everyone, Goosebumps Go Eat Worms, and a really odd movie I told you about called Touched that was filmed some scenes at Family Video and looks super indie. Derek tried to find information about it online, and it was real hard for him to even find it. So it looks terrible. So bad it's good. So I'm excited to watch that. We should get a group together.
I'm down.
I actually made a YouTube video for all this stuff too.
There you go.
It's fully uploaded. It's unlisted though. Just trying to make sure it gets through all of the no copyright claims or anything on it before I unlist it. Somebody will go home and unlist it. So if you're more interested in seeing me pick these up and all that jazz, more in depth of my hoarding,
you could share that on our Facebook group too if you want, our page.
Okay,
group.
Cool.
Is that all for your pickups?
Yeah, that's it.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
We're only halfway through this month.
So the only pickup I had isn't really a pickup, I don't think, but I signed up for Audible because we talked on here quite a few episodes ago about how I wanted to get back into reading. Well, I never really read much to begin with, but I wanted to started doing it again, and you suggested doing that. And like I said, I've had Audible before, and I really liked it, but the thing I was trying to do with reading was to have something different because I feel like I'm always listening to podcasts, music, movies, just always visuals and sounds, which I don't have an issue with. I'm not somebody stuck up. I think it's really obnoxious. People are like, did you read the book? Yeah, I listened to it. Oh, so you didn't read it. It's literally somebody reading the exact book. There's no altercations. You can't be like, well, the movie's different. It's literally the exact same thing. So I'm not one of those people. I was just trying to do it personally for myself because I felt like everything I do is similar to an audiobook. I wanted something different.
Yeah.
So I'm still going to hope to do that. But my issue
it's almost quicker, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I read Matthew McConaughey's book in like 2-3 sessions.
Yeah.
Renee's been reading it, seems like, for weeks now.
Yeah. I feel like even if you're a good reader, it takes a while to read it, especially because you want to pay attention and be into it so you can't really be distracted. And I feel like I'm the complete opposite of that. I'm a slow reader, and then on top of that, my biggest issue is I don't think it's the slow reading. It's that I'll read like 3 pages and not keep reading. I'm like, shit, what am I even reading? I didn't process any of that, and I'll have to go back. I'm like, man, this is taking so much time literally rereading this book because I'm reading everything, and it just doesn't click with me at all. And so that's why I want to get Audible for now. They had a really good deal that I did that I'll talk about in a second because there's a funny story to go with it. But
they always have some crazy deals, though.
Yeah. So I signed up for that because another issue with me for physical books is that the best time for me to read it is times that you can't be reading books, like driving to work and to and from is like a hour drive in total for me. So that's a good portion of a book. And even on break, I get an hour break. And a lot of time that's like relaxation for people, and books like a perfect thing for that. And I try to do that, but on my breaks, I'm trying to eat as fast as I can. So trying to eat and do that, I feel like I'm doing one or the other. So audiobook is another perfect solution for that because you literally don't have to worry about anything, just having the background. So I think they're super convenient. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with picking that over a book. I think they're completely the same. Obviously a different format, but you're getting the exact same content. I just was trying to find something different for me personally. So hopefully be able to read physical books as well, but I thought this was a nice in-between for now. But yeah, the deal I got, and the funniest story to go with it, was they were running a promotion for 4 months. You get it at the Ultra or whatever, their top, because they have different like tiers of Audible now. But you get their top tier, or whatever they call that, for $7.95 a month, and then that gives you the one free credit each month, and then the unlimited on their books that most people don't care about. So it's mainly the credit, but still, getting one book every month for under $8 is still a good deal.
Oh yeah.
But I was gonna sign up for that, and I totally forgot until the day after it expired. So I told a white lie and got on a chat and told them that I tried to sign up for it, but it wouldn't let me, and now it's too late. And I was like, so is there any way you guys can help me? And unfortunately, that deal ended, and just kind of, like I said, their automated response. It was a real person, but it just sounded so scripted. And I was like, well, there's no way you can like send me that code personally or anything, since I tried to sign up and it was on your guys' end, which it was totally on my end. And they're like, no, unfortunately, there's no way to do that. And then they start typing again. I was like, oh, damn it. And they typed another thing and said, but what we can do for you is sign you up for the exact same tier. They made it sound different. They made it so much more confusing, but in all reality, it's 100 times better. We can sign you up for this deal that's also 4 months for $7.85 a month, which is cheaper than the deal, and your 4th month will be free. And I was like,
what the fuck?
What? So you just said that you couldn't do that, and that you gave me a better deal that is 100 times cheaper? Not literally $100. I'm not even paying for the 4th month, and the deal overall is cheaper even if I was.
Yeah.
And I was like,
and you keep those credits then.
Yeah.
So I usually wait for them to run something like that and stock up on books and then work my way through them.
Yeah, so I got my first one, even though I own the physical book. I got a Halo Fall of Reach, and I've actually finished that book, but again, I don't feel like I really processed it, even though I went all the way through it. So I want to do it this way. It's really cool. The one issue I have with audiobooks in general, at least the ones I've listened to, is that usually it's just one person, at least, well, actually all the ones I've done have one person reading it, and it works for the most part when they're reading different characters. Obviously, it's not going to be like a video game or a cartoon. Since it's one person, all the voices are going to sound somewhat similar, so it's kind of hard to follow who's who. But they try and do their best to, like if it's Master Chief, to have more of like a gravelly voice. If it's like a Marine, have a more of like a whiny voice that they do in Halo, not the real Marines do. So you can kind of generally figure out who's who, but that gets a little confusing if they're not like saying exactly who's talking at the time. But so that's not my issue so much as when I try and do a little kid's voice or a girl's voice.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, it sucks. And again, I think for that person being the only narrator, they do a good job at it. But still, there's no way for me to be like, yeah, and then the Master Chief said to Cortana, hello. And then Cortana said, hello. I was like, it's not that bad, obviously, but I'm saying no matter how good of a voice actor you are, you can't just make yourself switch like that at the drop of the hat. And I'm sure part of that is that it'd be so expensive to have an entire cast in there recording like you were doing a game. And especially if you're getting like the real voice actors, because it'd be so badass to have like the Master Chief delivering his lines, because this guy is obviously not even close to that. But I'm not even expecting that kind of production, as cool as that would be to have the entire cast. I just literally would be nice to have like a girl fill in for the girl spots and a little kid for the little kid spots. And again, just have for that scenario like 3 people doing it. The girl does different girl voices, because I feel like there could be some in between on that. But I don't know. Maybe other people don't have an issue with that, but it always throws me off when that happens.
It definitely throws me off as well.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah. Especially because it's usually, I think I started the Reach audiobook. I remember
really?
being like an older guy too,
Yeah.
so he already has a deep, raspy voice. So yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah. And that's actually another issue is that I feel like somebody definitely doesn't play Halo. So a lot of things that Halo fans would know.
He grabbed the Nedler.
Not that bad. But it is like that. Instead of saying Oni, he says O-N-I.
O-N-I.
And that's said at least 100 times already. So it would be, I'm not like, he says it once, I'm like, and freak out. But the fact that something you're hearing so much kind of takes you out of it because you know what it's supposed to sound like. Or even like him talking about like the armor type and you know like the names of it and everything. It's just more distracting then. And I don't care that like all the lore is not there and he don't know everything. But when something's like pulling you in like that, it totally takes you out when they say something like that over and over. But
that's great. He probably turns the mic off. This fucking nerdy shit. The hell?
Yeah, you think something like Bungie at the time and now 343, they would know that people that are narrating it are either huge fans or they're good voice actors and not necessarily video game fans, and be like, hey, these are a book of things that, or a list of things that aren't normal or we think that you might have trouble with, and send it to them.
Yeah.
I've only listened to one, so maybe that's corrected in the other ones, but I just feel like that would be like kind of common sense to send it to somebody that might be reading that for things that aren't like actual names or real phrases that people use. But that's all for me. What have you been playing, buddy?
Man, I've been so busy with YouTube and the house and eBay. I haven't played anything, man, besides some multiplayer Cold War with Derek.
Mm-hmm.
And we played Minecraft Dungeons. That's about it, man. That was last week.
Mm-hmm.
But no story-driven stuff. I haven't chipped away at anything in my backlog this whole month.
Yeah, well, I definitely have this month, but not this week. Literally, the only thing I played was the Master Chief Collection again, and been playing it quite a few different ways. People have been over playing multiplayer, and then our friend Ryan and Dave and my friend Daniel from work have been going through the campaigns 4-player co-op. Well, we're supposed to be going through a campaign, but crossplay, I guess, is only supported in multiplayer right now. Multiplayer and Firefight. So campaigns and Spartan Ops are not available on crossplay, which I feel like is kind of misleading because I feel like they made a big deal about crossplay, and I don't remember any exclusion of. It said currently not available, so I'm assuming that's something they're gonna put in there, and I would hope because that was my biggest excitement for being able to work through a campaign with people. But we played a shitload of multiplayer and been having a ton of fun, kind of feeling like the old Halo days. And then me and Derek started playing, and I don't know, it's been getting me more and more into Halo. And then we all own PCs, so we're all downloading it to the PC and just going to play on there to be able to work through the campaign. We're just doing cross-play because the platforms that we like to play on. But I was like, well, instead of waiting for them to maybe eventually patch this in, we might as well all start playing on the PC since we already have it. But we haven't started on that yet. But just a whole lot of Halo.
You have it on Oh, yeah, because it's on Game Pass, right?
Yeah, so.
Your PC run it?
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Yep.
Oh, shit, my bad. Just hit the mic.
Yeah, I feel like we need to find some way to soundproof these better. Hand the table, everything's just so noisy. And you can't help it because you're going to hit this shit no matter how hard you try. But that's all I've been playing.
I'm going to hit you.
Oh. What have you been watching this week?
A lot of Barstool, man.
Yeah?
Yeah. Their owner is growing on me. I don't like him. Especially after OSU lost. He's one of the guys that he does the show with, though, is a big OSU fan. He's from Columbia, or went to school here. Was talking a lot of shit after losing the national championship, like ridiculous shit. But I think he was just messing with that guy. But what he's doing for restaurants, where he's saving like, he's a little douchey about it though too, because he's like, "Sorry guys, I gotta go leave and save some restaurants, save some families." But I'm not watching because of him. They have a guy there named Frank the Tank. You ever heard of him?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
That viral video?
Yeah.
Incompetent?
Uh-huh.
I love that man. He's got a whole YouTube channel. Do you know this?
No.
His sports knowledge, first of all, is insane. You ever listen to him talk about sports?
No.
He runs their sports encyclopedia for Barstool and writes for them. He's really fucking fat, and I'm afraid he's going to pass away because he's older. But he's fucking huge, Casey. Like he's getting close to 600 pounds and shit.
Yeah.
So I'm worried about him, but I love him. I've been watching his shit nonstop. He does something called raw dogging, which is like, it's kind of like how Barstool does with pizza, but he does it with hot dogs. And raw dogging is where to get the full taste test of a hot dog, you have to go in there, just the bun and the wiener. It's called raw dogging. That's such a great name, isn't it?
It's right up their alley.
It's great. I fucking love them, man. I watch their videos too of their office environment. The owner he gives me off some vibes. Reminds me of someone we used to work with at Cinemark that I just don't like. He pisses me. There's a couple times of videos where I'm like, I can't even watch this. It's unbearably pissing me off. Sometimes I wonder if that's put on though, because I feel like that's what he's known for now. Like Colin Cowherd and Cal Nerd and all those guys that do it. But he also seems just really fucking douchey. But yeah, raw dogging with Frank the Tank's been great, where he goes around, tries different hot dog places. Just watching his stupid like webcam videos of him cooking in his house. Just watching a shit ton of that. I get excited about that. And then watching Star Wars Clone Wars, the series. I'm trying to get through the whole series.
Mm-hmm.
So many fucking episodes of that. You ever watch the whole thing?
No, I haven't. I've watched it, but not the whole thing.
It's good. I really enjoy it. It's almost like they're like a Star Trek version of Star Wars, where it's those episodic little stories, but I think it's much better than Star Trek, story-wise.
Mm-hmm.
And that's my favorite era of Star Wars too, the Clone Wars. So between Frank the Tank and Clone Wars, that's all I've been watching.
Okay. I haven't watched a ton either. Mostly sports. Watched.
Oh yeah, watch the Browns lose. That was a close fucking game though.
Yeah. I actually, as much as I hate the Browns, I thought it could be. I definitely thought the Chiefs would win, but I wasn't in the camp as much as I wanted to be that the Chiefs were going to destroy them.
I was.
Which, really?
Yeah, we talked about it because you talked about how they almost lost the Broncos.
Yeah, and that wasn't their only game. I know if you look at their record, I can see why people think that, but if you paid attention to them, they only almost lost so many games. It was kind of crazy their record was as good as it was. So, yeah, I wanted to think that was just going to be a complete blowout, but I had a feeling it could be close. And which is saying something because the Chiefs are a rival of the Broncos, so the fact that I was rooting for them tells you something. Now I want them to get fucking killed there.
The Bills?
Yeah.
Think the Bills will do it?
I think they definitely will if Patrick Mahomes doesn't play, but they're talking about how he might. If he plays, I think it could go either way. I think the Bills are a better team. I just think the Chiefs being that close, they could play way better than they have been and turn it on, unfortunately. And then the other two teams that are left, I don't like at all either, the Packers and Buccaneers. So I don't have kind of the same as a lot of playoffs and Super Bowls recently. I just kind of, towards the end, I just fade out and like this shit. I don't care about this at all. I'd pick the Bills to win as far as who I want to win, just because they're such a big underdog and there's no way they should be where they're at. And
not even a few years ago they were the Browns.
Yeah. So them just for that. The fucking Chiefs, fuck them. They're a rival of the Broncos. They just won the Super Bowl. The Packers, I liked Aaron Rodgers, but I don't like the Packers. And then the Buccaneers are actually a team that I would normally be like a not secondary, but like one of the teams I go, yeah, I kind of root for them. I don't mind them. But Tom Brady ruined all that. And it's the opposite for most people. Like, oh, now I've always loved the Buccaneers, and I'm like, oh no, I kind of didn't mind them. Now I fucking hate them. I don't even like the Packers, and I hope the Packers blow them out. But even then, if it's the Bills and Packers, I'm like, all right, I still don't really care about this. I guess go Bills, but I don't really care about the Super Bowl at all. So that's how football has been. At least pro football has been majority of the year for me.
What do you think about
that
the concussion, the Browns?
I wasn't watching the game. I was at work, but I saw it later, obviously. I think it definitely should have been called the other way, obviously, with the rules how they are. But I think the Browns had every chance to win that game, especially the fact that Patrick Mahomes did go out and they fucking had Chad Henning. That was just like, even though that put him in a bad spot and they should have already been up from that, that just was like a gimme to be able to be like, all right, here's the game if you want it, and they still couldn't do it. So I gotta be honest, I didn't know Chad Hayne was still in the fucking league.
One of my coworkers was like, man, see, this is why he's a Packers fan, but he's like, this is why football quarterbacks can play into their late 40s now. So I didn't quite understand. He's one of those guys you can't argue with because he's always right. So I was like, I can't argue this, but so you're arguing that you want guys. Do you remember what happened a few years ago? Those guys commit suicide and going nuts and their brains being jello. And
Tell the truth.
Like fucking yeah, tell the truth. And like crippled in their fucking feeble bodies. So that's what you wanted? Like, I get what you're saying. Like, it's a little crazy now. Football's not the same. But at the same time, you just said this is why players can play longer because they're healthier. So you don't want them to be healthy. So I'm in between the both because I see what kind of fucked up shit happened to some of those guys. Especially what was the name of the guy from the Steelers? I think he shot himself in the heart so he preserved his brain.
Not sure.
Who the fuck was that? Was it a Steelers player? Or was the Steelers player the first guy? I think the Steelers player was the first guy that... let's see. NFL player... This is going to be a weird Google. NFL player shoots himself in the heart. Who was this? Oh, no, he's that old-ass guy from the... I shouldn't say that. You played a long time in the league. He's dead. You can't say bad things about the dead. But you know what I mean. He played in the league for a long-ass time. Played for the Patriots. Junior Sue? Seau.
Yeah.
Sue, Seau, whatever. Because didn't he play alongside the murderer, too? Did they play together?
I don't think they would have been at the same time. If they did, it would have been like right at the end of his career.
Let's see. 2007, 2000. No, yeah, it'd been right after, huh? 2010 was his retirement.
Yeah.
Seau, is how you say that?
Mm-hmm.
This is his career is right where I did not give a fuck about football.
Yeah.
What is that? 2000. Holy shit! No, holy fucking shit! He played longer than I thought he played.
Oh yeah, he was in the league forever.
1990 to 2009. So he's definitely a perfect example of he shouldn't be in there that long. And from my understanding, his brain was real fucked up. And to listen to some of those players that are like, dude, I'm not comfortable anymore. I don't even feel like myself. I'm going insane. CT is like a scary ass thing. But then you're like, damn, this football is kind of a little too padded now almost. But my views have changed on that. Same with wrestlers too.
Yeah.
Like when I was a kid, I was like, when they were cutting themselves and bleeding, and the shit I saw Cactus Jack do, like Hell in the Cell. What year was that where he fell through? Remember that where he jumped off the?
Yeah, I have no idea what year, but
when I was a kid, that was nuts. But as an adult, or like now, if I still have it, like, bro, what the hell are you trying to fuck your brain up? But yeah, that's my thought process on it.
I got you.
Seau?
Yeah, Seau.
Seau, okay. What a long fucking career.
Yeah.
Seau.
He definitely Said ow by the end, am I right?
Oof. Shot himself in his heart in his bed, I think. I think his wife found him.
No, she probably didn't. She said, say ow, and then did it.
Dedicated to his brain.
Besides that, I've been watching some Blue Jackets when I can. I've been up and down. I'm not worried. Blue Jacket fans are doing their normal end of the world thing. I think their only issue is the issue that has unfortunately been somewhat persistent is scoring goals, which is obviously vital in the NHL. So it might sound like, oh, so they are terrible. But there's a lot that goes into the NHL. They, for a long time, they like historically had not good goalies. They can never find a goalie. They had terrible defense. They have some of the top goalie in the league right now, like crazy-ass defense. And so if they start scoring goals, they could be winning every game because the amount of goals they're giving up, they should be winning. They should be undefeated, really, with the amount of goals they've given up. Not that I expect that or think that they need to be undefeated. But the amount of goals they're allowing, their record should be much better. So literally the only issue is scoring goals. So if that picks up, then I think that'll change. And the other issue is Pierre Dubois still being a total bitch. And in tonight's game, he literally just gave up on the game.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw that. 2 games ago, he already got benched for the entire second period, which, all like personal things aside, he's obviously very talented. So benching a player the entire period is obviously saying something. And then it happened again tonight. They benched him a period and a half. And Blue Jacket fans are doing their normal thing with that as well, talking about how John Tortorella is too hard of a coach and how Blue Jacket fans need to be more welcoming and stop saying terrible things or people are just going to leave, which that's what we tried with 5 players that all left. So I think it's kind of done trying to win people over when they don't want to stay themselves. And if you watch it, it was fucking bad tonight. I think even non-hockey fans could notice it. And even the Blue Jackets announcer broke it down. And, you know, announcers never get into that kind of shit because they could get fired from the team. But he literally is breaking down how he's giving up on the play and how he's just skating around the ice and not trying.
Damn.
I can show you after this. It was pretty fucking terrible.
Kyrie Irving shit.
Yeah, But
Adrian Robinson, by the way, I just looked it up, was the Steelers player that killed himself.
Okay.
From CTE.
I gotcha.
He didn't say ow. I'll never forget that motherfucker's name now, though. Say ow. I'll always remember that.
Yeah, I was trying to get in your head, if you know what I'm saying. And then
Jesus.
Besides that, I watched Soul again. Not because I was dying to watch. I did really enjoy it, but a couple of my friends wanted to watch it that hadn't seen it, so it was an excuse to hang out with people. And, you know, that's enough for me. Did you ever finish it?
No.
You didn't? I was curious what you thought. And then I watched Emperor's New Groove because I figured out somehow Danielle has never seen that movie.
The fuck was you? What?
I know. I told her, I was like, you don't know how many times I just fucking will watch this and immediately put in my rewinder and then pull it back out and watch it again.
So good.
It's fucking amazing. But I tested out the mini projector I talked about on a few episodes ago, and the walls upstairs are perfect for it because it's all white. So I just took down the stockings and put up the projector and had it on the wall and connected a speaker, and it was fucking awesome.
Nice.
It's just like a mini movie theater. So I didn't have a good speaker either. I did like a portable one you plug into a phone, but even that, it was just so cool. And then besides that, we did our Lost Night tonight. So watched 2 more episodes. We only have 5 episodes left in season 5, and then on to the last season.
How many episodes in the last season?
I think that's 17 on that one. Pretty sure. Not positive about that though. But that's all I've been watching. I should have mentioned last time about what you've been playing, but let us know what you guys have been watching and playing. I know some of you guys did in the comments, and I actually enjoy seeing that, especially because some of the time you guys say shit that I haven't heard about, so it's interesting seeing that stuff. So let us know. And then should we get on to the reminder for the free games?
Yeah.
So on Xbox, you have the original Xbox. This one is going till January 31st. You have Breakdown. Did you ever play that? I bet if I told you the cover, you know exactly what it is. It's a red, like, glowing fist is an album cover. The cover art, I should say.
Yeah, I actually own that.
That was a game that I was so excited. I bought it day one, and it seemed cool, but I think I was too young for it, not, like, graphic or anything. I think I just didn't understand how the game worked and got so frustrated. And it sucks because I'm sure the game would not hold up now. So I feel like even if it was good at the time, I feel like I'm not going to be able to experience what I potentially could have at that time.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
I thought I owned it. I looked it up. I do not own it.
No. Well,
it's definitely on the Xbox list of mine.
Well, there you go. It's free. So I'm going to download it anyways. I always download all these as long as I don't forget. Because that's the reason I'm doing this is if you download it, you don't have to take up your hard drive space or anything. Just literally add it to your download queue and then delete it, and you can install it whenever you want, which I always do because I can't tell you the ones I missed. I'm like, oh, man, I want to play this game, and I got to pay for it. I know it could have been free, which bothers me, so I try my best to keep up with it. But then on 360, you have Dead Rising until February 15th, and on Xbox One, you have Little Nightmares till January 31st. And on PlayStation Plus, you have Shadow of the Tomb Raider and Greedfall till February 1st. And on PS5, you have Maneater till February 1st.
Greedfall, Maneater, but I just picked up Greedfall. Definitely two games I really want to play. Fun.
I'm definitely super interested in Maneater. I want to play that. Like I said, it sucks that that's a PS5 one, because if that was PS4, I'd actually play it right now and try it. Yeah. Greedfall, I don't think it looks bad. It's just my kind of game. It looks like kind of like Fable, and I liked Fable, but I was never crazy about it.
You know what I forgot to mention we played was, because it looks like Greedfall. Play with James, the rat.
Oh,
Warhammer.
Vermintide 2.
Vermintide.
I talked about that last week. I totally forgot that was even a sequel. I was looking at it in Vermintide 2. I forgot that there was one before it, and we were even playing the original game. But yeah, that game was awesome.
Yeah.
Like we talked about when we were playing, I wish I had a full campaign because the aesthetic and what looked to be a storyline would be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, I think that's it for me. Did you have anything random?
Nope.
No? Okay, well, I was going to try out a new thing here with you. You ready?
Uh-oh.
So I thought of a little game show we could do each week and do it every week till the end of the year. So I have a basic idea, but I'll see what you think. So I have a game that I thought of and then 10 clues for you. And then what I'm trying to figure out is the best way to do it, though, because I feel like my idea was that I'd start at 1 and work my way down to 10, and you could guess it from there at the end. But then I was like, that seems kind of anticlimactic. I'm just giving you all these hints, and you're not, like, thinking about it in between. And I was like, well, maybe you could guess, like, as you go on. But I was like, that's kind of dumb. So then I was thinking the point of it is that if you get it right, you would get a point, and if I stump you, I'll get a point. But I'll try and make them very guessable, not like something impossible. So that way, more than likely, you're going to get the point on these, I think. So I'm trying to think of the best way to do it. My thought was, if you guess it on, like, guess 3, then you would get 7 points because that's how many guesses you had left. And then if it was reversed, then if you got on, like, your 9th guess, then you'd only get 1 point.
Okay.
But then I was trying to think how that would work best for scoring, because I feel like I said, more than likely you're going to get most of these. Cause I try and make them guessable. I don't want it to be impossible. So maybe you would get double the points and that I would get yeah, that makes sense. What I'm saying is I'm making it more confusing. But more than likely you're going to get it, but the clues get easier as you go on. So I feel like your points will need to be doubled, because if you get it on your first one, then you get way more points, but more than likely you're not going to get till later, so I'll get way more points. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So we can do this, and then you get 2 guesses, so that way you can pick when you should use them?
Sure.
Yeah? Okay.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I think I'm making it way more confusing than it needs to be, and we can change the rules as we go It's seems like a better way of doing it. So the first clue is it's a first-person shooter.
If it's Casey, Halo.
Is that really gonna be your guess? You only got
No,
two.
no, I'm joking.
No.
I'm joking.
Okay. So you want the next clue?
Yep.
The main character's name is Nathan Hale.
Nathan Hale. Is that God, no, James is probably banging on his table right now. Nathan Hale. Is that... I'm trying to remember the name of the game. It's an Xbox exclusive. Twin Peak vibe.
So you can hold your guess as long as you want, but the basic of it is if you figure it out sooner, you'll get more points than I will, is how this game's working. But definitely don't rush it because you only got two guesses. Oh, I should have told you. I don't think you were looking anything up, but
I'm trying to remember the name of this game. That's my only problem.
yeah, no, that's what I was going to say. I didn't think you were doing anything like that. I should have said it from the beginning, though.
Fuck, what is the name of that game? What's the name again?
Oh, Nathan Hale.
Nathan Hale.
Also, you guys, as you're watching it, you should comment and tell us where you figured it out. So, like right now,
Nathan Hale.
like Cody's saying, if somebody's like, oh, you idiot, tell us where you figured out what game it was, or if we stumped you as well.
Okay, I remember the worst part is I remember the DLC name over the actual game. So I'll look up that. Oh, okay. Totally wrong. Completely wrong. Because I forgot the name of the game is his fucking name. Alan Wake. I'm an idiot.
But that's not your guess.
No.
Okay. Should we move on to clue 3?
Yeah, go for it.
It's a first-person shooter. Wait, no, sorry. That was
Question 1.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was switching them out. That's why there should be something else here. I remember what I was going to put, though. This game's set in alternate history.
Alternate history.
Yeah, I was swapping stuff out. That's why I repeated.
Oh! Fuck, I kind of want to guess, but I don't at the same time to ruin it. Fuck, I'm going to gamble.
Yeah?
I'm spontaneous.
Okay.
Damnation.
Nope.
Fuck!
Oh, you only got one guess? I thought you figured out. I was like, oh, shit, really already? All right, so
Dun, dun.
on to clue 4.
Okay.
This game is known for unique weapons.
Unique weapons. First-person shooter, alternate... Oh, God, I know what this is.
Do you? Are you want to guess?
I'm afraid to, though.
Yeah, because if not, it's over, and then I'll get the more... That many more points. Kind of risk reward, though.
It is.
So if you wait till you end your game.
What's the name again?
Points. Name of the character? Nathan Hale.
Nathan Hale. I don't think it is, though. I'm going to do it. I'm going to gamble. BioShock.
Nope.
Fuck! Keep going with the things, though.
Yeah.
I won't get any points, but...
No, I gotcha. So 5 was this game came out in 2006.
Damn it. See, that one would have been like BioShock's not it. Should have kept going.
6 was this game set in the 50s, which might have thrown you off. Wait, so is it BioShock or is it...
Set in the 50s. Hold on. 2006, set in the 50s.
Remember, let us know where you guys got it. Which one of these numbers, or if we stumped you.
Keep going.
Okay. This game is part of a trilogy.
Part of a trilogy.
Damn, this is where I thought you might have started figuring out. I think the last couple will definitely give it to
Metro?
you. Nope.
Part of a trilogy. Fuck, I don't know, man. Part of a... Fallout?
No, that's where I thought you might get fucked up with the 50s. All right, you ready for the next one? This game also has 2 mobile spin-offs.
See, I definitely said Fallout there. 2 mobile spin-offs.
Because I thought I was putting there because I said trilogy, but then if you knew how many games were in this series, I thought that'd be kind of a trick question.
The fuck? Dude, am I gonna hate myself?
I think you'll be like, oh, I should have known that, but I don't think you'll be like absolutely hating yourself.
50s, 2 mobile spin-offs. Keep going. The next one.
Okay. I think these next 2, if you don't get it, is where you'll hate yourself. This game is a PlayStation exclusive.
Oh, yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. Resistance.
Yeah, Resistance Fall of Man.
Yeah.
I also should have said in there that going forward and this one, but I didn't say it. that it'll have to be a specific game because some of these, like trilogies and everything, so you can't just be like Halo because you would have to know which one it is, so that would narrow down your guesses.
What was the next question or next one?
Oh, the main enemy is the Chimera.
Oh,
which I'm guessing, even if you haven't played it, you probably heard that countless times.
Yeah,
so
I've only fucked around with the first one.
Yeah. So I don't know if all of them would be that gimme at the end, but I also thought my clues before would be easier, but maybe they just tricked you up more. But that's why I thought it'd be fun, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like if you're watching this, you're like, what the hell, it's that? It's right there. But I feel like it probably is different when you're guessing. You're like, oh shit, what is it?
Yeah, I don't know much about video games either. I have a massive collection, but I'm terrible with names, too. So some people probably got in the first one like, duh, easy. But you can stump me every time with names.
Okay. Even if I
Besides,
said, like,
Marcus Phoenix.
what about John 117?
A big Bioshock fan.
Oh, that's another thing he does. Every time he calls him John 17 or John 117, and it's always John 117 in the games.
Yeah.
So I don't care they said it, but that's just like something you hear over and over. It just sounds wrong as soon as you hear it.
That's
I think
funny.
they even do say 117 sometimes, but that's definitely not the normal thing. So where did you make your second guess? Was that guess 4?
Known for weapons.
weapons?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Okay, so that was 4. So
You got 6 points in?
Yeah, that's 6. So if you would have gotten there, then you would have had 12 points.
Damn.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because like I said, I feel like most of the time you're going to get them, so I feel like there has to be a trade-off for how many points you get. But I just thought it'd be fun to do this and then keep track, and there doesn't have to be a real end goal. If we think it's something funny or cool to do for whoever wins, we can. But if not, just be a fun thing to do and keep like a stand-ins of it till the end.
What if I would have guessed on the first one? First-person shooter.
I thought you were going to do that and didn't know you'd get it, obviously. But I thought you would actually say Halo just because, it's Casey, you're doing trivia. Obviously, it's going to be.
Yeah.
That's why part of why I put Nathan Hale so fast, so you didn't say Halo, because I know that you wouldn't know. You might not know who that is, but I know you would know that's not Halo.
Yeah.
Being the main character.
It's funny when Alan Wake, and this is his name is the game.
But I actually had fun doing that.
Me too.
I'm already thinking about next week now. I'm like, oh shit, I just want to do another one, but I don't want to overdo it.
Cool.
Oh,
almost stopped this.
Come on, bud. No, I was going to say, with this being episode 50, I haven't done a giveaway in a while. I feel we used to do them all the time. So I'm going to give away a $50 gift card to, all you got to do to enter is on this YouTube video, comment Cody's hairline.
I knew you were going to do that.
No,
It's
I'm joking.
getting bad, bud. It's getting fucking rough up here. I don't give a shit, man. You know what they say? Hair doesn't grow on a busy road.
That
Hair
sounds dirty.
Also doesn't grow on fucking rocks, though.
Mm.
That's what my dad always said.
Doesn't
How's
it?
your hairline doing?
It's doing great.
Awesome.
No, it's probably not. It's just hard to tell right now with my hairstyle for once.
Barber told me this happens when they're in their late 20s, but I feel like you just
I feel like he's probably happy at me. I just can't tell with my hairstyle.
I can't really tell either. Can you tell with mine?
No, you say it, but I would never think that. Even with mine, it's probably happening to me, but I don't actually care. Like I said, I usually shave my head, so this is already weird for me to have hair to be able to tell that or not.
Why do guys care?
I don't know.
We're like, God damn it, dude, if I had that fucking hair follicle on my head. Like, you see guys spend thousands of dollars. Like,
Yeah.
dude, if I had that fucking dead DNA on my fucking face.
No, I care less. And it'll be weird when I start balding, but I won't care because I would shave it all off. But that's the only regret I would have is, man, I should grow my hair out. So that's why I said that's why I'm doing this. I think we got, 4 months of 4 more months of this. See what it looks like then. Maybe I'll get crazy and just keep doing it. But
You should. Cornrows.
I fucking hate it right now, so I don't know if I can do that. But yeah, if you want to enter in, all you got to do is comment on this YouTube video. I'm going to do it for Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation, or Steam. So literally just comment on this YouTube video which one, if you're a winner, which one of those you would want. And then next week, I'll probably throw all the names in a hat and pick it out, find some way to do it so everybody can see it. And if you're listening to this, I know some people listen to podcasts, just jump over to the YouTube video and you don't even have to watch, just comment which one and I'll add you to the list. But I'll probably do it next week. Maybe we'll wait till the week after. Just give people more time because people don't always listen right away. Do you have any fake outrage?
No, but that's a sweet blue controller.
Oh, yeah, that's the Series X one.
Nice.
Have you not seen it yet?
No.
I'm glad you said that. I talked about that middle button. I was like, I'm not sure what it does. I probably should test that.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it does the same thing on the new Xbox. It's a screenshot button, so like a share button. I was like, that's kind of cool. And
Especially since they removed the Kinect.
Yeah. I also did not think at all that it would actually be a functioning button on the old gen or the last gen, so that was kind of cool that it worked. I pressed it kind of jokingly, and then something popped up. I was like, oh, shit. That's what it is. I'll let you feel it. I think it definitely feels nicer. The texture on is really nice, but it's just right away, it's like an upgrade Xbox controller. I feel like if you hold a PS5 controller, oh, shit, this is like the next PlayStation controller.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a weird difference.
I held one at Best Buy.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, James bought one, just a controller, and I held it. I was like, man, this thing feels like an Xbox controller, but also really futuristic and different. That you pick up, and like I said, it feels nicer, but it feels like the next Xbox controller on our current systems.
Oh, here's a little bit of news for you. I hear GameStop's getting another delivery.
Yeah, they posted some today. They seemed like a lot of websites posted some today, but again, immediately sold out. So, but I feel like it's working its way up to being partly available. So I feel like soon enough, those will be widely available. I've said for a while, I think like the end of March, I think it'll be normal to be able to get one. Maybe that's too early, but that's been my prediction for a while. So I'll stick to it and see how true that is.
Cool.
But no fake outrage for you, none for me this week either, unfortunately. But as always, you can follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at currentbacklog. And can email any corrections, questions, or feedback to currentbackloggers@gmail.com. And then the only other thing I would add is I'm going to do an extra live stream like I talked about last week, 14-hour extra live stream on January 29th from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. And then put them in 2 parts on YouTube if you don't watch them live, 7-hour videos. So if you want to join for that,
Corona.
please do. I'm going to try and, as this person's dying, do one every month. So we'll see if
Good coverage on my part.
See if I keep it going, but that's it for me, buddy. Should we clap it out?
Right on time. We're gonna run another test, Casey.
What happened to the last one, asshole?